Well, hopefully you've seen the men's video, so that brought you to the women's video. And if you haven't seen the men's video, then I hope this video take you to the men's video, because we are at the eight potential women's Rumble winners. And this one is a little bit more concrete. This one is a little bit easier to process than the men, because listen, as we've seen on TV, not a lot of the women have been really pushed up to that level as a potential Rumble winner. But without further ado, here are the 8 potential possible women Rumble winners of the 2023 Royal Rumble. Number 8, Naomi. Yes, Naomi. Now, why is she here? Well, she's been gone for a hot minute. And as we know, the artist formerly known as Sasha Banks, she's not coming back anytime soon. She better herself. So, what better way to spice up the Bloodline storyline than with a returning Naomi? She's a former SmackDown Women's Champion, former Tag Team Champion, and it would be shocking to hear her music, see the glow. Like, oh yes, Naomi's back. Like, you don't bring her back just to have her lose. That's why she's on this list. Number 7, Alba Fire. This one is personal to me. Listen, long story short, Alba Fire has been wasted in NXT. Wasted, and made to job out to Mandy Rose of all people. Alba Fire is too good. She is too damn good to be languishing away in NXT with a women's division that, listen, she doesn't need to be there for. She needs to be on the main roster with the big boys, putting on fantastic matches. Alba Fire would be a force to be reckoned with. She's got all of it. And I just want her out of NXT. You can debut her on the main roster anyway, but it would be great to debut her through the Royal Rumble. Number 6, Charlotte Flair. Yes, any potential winners list has to include Charlotte Flair. It just does, because LOL, Charlotte wins. That's what she is. That's who she is. And she's already won the Rumble once. And that win was wasted on her defeating Rhea Ripley for the NXT Women's Championship. But any list of possible winners, potential winners, has to always include Charlotte Flair. Number 5, Ronda Rousey. Now, this would be a great way to reinvigorate, revitalize Ronda Rousey. She is a former Royal Rumble winner. All right. And she's kind of been, here, there, lost the Women's Championship, hasn't been back since. And I could even see this potentially being used to not only not challenge for the Women's Championship, but to challenge for the Women's Tag Team Championship, because we all know that her and Shayna want to run as Tag Team Champions where they just dominate, and I would love to see that. Number 4, Alexa Bliss. Now, this one is a little odd. I'm not the biggest Alexa Bliss fan. I'm not super into her. Offense isn't believable, but she's a star. She's been pushed as a star, so therefore she is a star. And she's one of the few. I mean, even though the Women's Royal Rumble isn't, I don't even think it's 5 years old. I think this might be the 5th Women's Royal Rumble. But she's always a potential candidate just because they can get a championship back on her. She's the star. She can carry that burden. Number 3, another former winner, Becky Lynch, the man, Big Time Bex. She should always be in the running. Becky Lynch is, well, she's Becky Lynch at this point. And having her win the Rumble sets up a potential between, a potential rematch with Bianca Belair, a potential rematch with Charlotte Flair. Those two, the latter, they used to war with each other. And I don't really think it's been settled. So Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair, there's money in that because we were denied Becky versus Ronda. Number 2, Bayley. Now, if you've seen Raw 30, we didn't get our steel cage match. I'm hurt by that. That sucks. I hate it. And I love Bayley. Love Bayley. And we know the story. She's been in a little bit of a rut. She's been, she'll win a match here, win a match there, but she's not on a streak. She's not dominating. Whereas Io and Dakota, they're kind of dominating. They're kind of, they're doing much better than Bayley. But Bayley winning this would be the cherry on top. It would prove all of the naysayers wrong. And I can get a ding dong, hello, look who won the Royal Rumble. And number 1, who I think will win the Rumble, for sure. I'm going to say for sure. I'll go 42%. Rhea Ripley. Rhea has been on a roll since joining the Judgment Day. Yeah. I see it. You see it. Her and the pairing of ex-con Dom, it's everything. Rhea needs to be redeemed from taking that L from Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. And I think it's time we can move on past Bianca. Not past her, but it's time for a new star. I mean, Bianca's been champion for the better part of a year now between the Raw and the SmackDown Women's Championship. So it's time for Rhea Ripley to dominate. Because if you just look at it, there's no other woman on the Raw roster right now besides Bianca that's been as dominant as Rhea Ripley has been. So her winning the Rumble would, I think, out of everything that would involve the Judgment Day, whenever Edge comes back, whenever Edge and Beth take on, I guess, Finn and Rhea, no matter what happens, Rhea winning the Royal Rumble would essentially solidify the Judgment Day. It would solidify everything that's been going on with them and the rehabilitation that has happened since Triple H has taken over. So Rhea Ripley as my number 1 potential winner for the Royal Rumble. I think you can lock that in at like 42%. But that's the list. Please do not forget to go check out the men's list. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. And always check out the High Risk Wrestling podcast every Saturday wherever you get your podcast. And also here on this channel as well. Peace.